Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hello, Danny. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Evelyn. And I want to be the first on a live. I don't know if anybody else has done this, but this is my first live to welcome Caleb into the world and to say congratulations to Evelyn Joy's family. So exciting. We've been waiting a long time for this. I was so excited that he was born on New Year's Eve. That was so awesome. I was talking to my daughter who her baby was born December 27th, and they really wanted to have their baby within, this was last year, so he's a year old. They wanted to have their baby within the year. And so he was born the 27th. He was a natural birth. So yeah, so they weren't able to schedule anything or listening on low volume. Okay, good, awesome. Can the rest of you hear me? Good. All right, I have a really long list of things to talk about. A really long list, so I don't know how it'll go. I might not be able to touch on everything that I wanted to touch on, but I wanted to start out with, since I do have an iPad group, I wanted to start out with a little bit about the iPad. And I just wanted to let you guys know that come to this video that if you work for VIP Kid, the iPad is a really great device to use for teaching. A lot of people use the iPad for teaching, and a lot of people use it as a backup. And I have a group on Facebook called VIP Kid iPad Users, and it is awesome. We have over 2,000 people. We have 2,000 people in the group, and I just started it because I use the iPad for teaching, and I saw a lot of people on different groups that were asking, do you use an iPad? Do you use an iPad? And I thought we need a group for that because there are specific things just for the iPad. The first thing you need to know is if you have the iPad for a backup, don't just let it sit on the shelf. Don't let it sit on originally I first had it on the side, and I figured if I need it, I'm going to grab it. You do need to know how to use it. Happy New Year, Evelyn. Yes, I am the iPad queen. Somehow I just got that title. It's so awesome. I love it. And so the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have the HD app. You have to go into the Apple Store and you have to get the app. There's an app like for your phone that's just completely orange. It says VIP Kid Teach. There's another app that has an HD in the corner, and that's the one you need for your iPad. If you do not have that and it's sitting on the side, you're not going to be able to get into the classroom. There have been people who have the iPad next to them. They've heard that it's easy to use. They have to use it within a second, but they don't have the HD app. Once you get the HD app, you will be able to see a lot of things you see with the regular app. But in the bottom, you have a little house, you have a calendar. The calendar will tell you what classes that you have. And then you have an arrow at the bottom. This is a classroom tab right here at the bottom. And then you also have this tab, which tells you your stats and things like that. So if you want to use the iPad for a backup, you need to make sure you know how to use it. I do have videos on YouTube. I have a playlist, and there are some videos within that playlist on my YouTube channel. I also have them on my iPad group, and I have them tabbed under announcements. And if you just press on the tab, you'll see some videos come up for using the iPad. And I would suggest that you watch a couple of those videos, know what you need to do so that you can use it as a backup. Heather, awesome. I'm so glad your iPad got fixed. Did you fix it yourself or did you have someone fix it? This iPad is an iPad Air, and it actually has a crack in the screen, and I don't even I don't even know how that happened, really. It just all of a sudden I picked it up one day and had a crack in the screen, and I would like to get it fixed. Probably this summer I'll get it fixed because I do use this all the time for teaching. And I have an older iPad that I got before this, and we gave it to the kids, and I just loaded the HD app on it the other day to see if it would work, and it worked. So I can use that as a backup. I also have an iPad mini that I got for $25 from my son, who got it from someone at college, and I can use that one to teach with too. When I first started to oh, no, I need to get oh, you need to get it fixed. Oh, I thought you said you got it fixed, because I know you were talking about doing it yourself. Yeah. I just, we my other one that the kids were using was broken, and we just got it fixed because I figured it's worth having around. And once the only thing that's broken on my iPads is the glass on the screen, but the iPads just seem to keep on going. And my husband originally got a Samsung tablet years ago, and it lasted like very short amount of time. He got it in Staples, tried to bring it back. They wouldn't take it back. He went ahead and splurged for the iPad mini, and he's had it for years. So none of our iPads have gone bad. They can, you can get overloaded with the like photos and videos and stuff like that, but they keep on trucking. So it's worth having. If you invest in an iPad, you will have it for a very long time. Like my original iPad that I got is still working. This is the second iPad that I got. I got an upgrade. We gave my old one to the kids, and both of them still work. My husband's mini still works. The mini that I got from my son from college still works. They all go on to VIP Kid if necessary. And that's why it's just such a great device. Now, you cannot use the fancy AR stickers. And there are some things that are on the desktop or laptop portal for VIP Kid that you cannot do. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting rebooked. I am perfectly fine. Nobody's complaining. I wish I could ask the parents, what do you think? Do you like the AR stickers? How do they work for you? Does it attract you to the teacher to have more digital rewards? I do use the Google Slides on my phone for digital rewards and stuff like that. But does anybody have a question about the iPad while I'm talking about the iPad? Oh, okay, Heather. Yeah. Where we live, we have a mall, and in the mall, there's a place that will fix the iPad screens for $100. And it's a lot of money, but in the summer when I can do a few extra classes, it was worth it to me. And I'll probably do that again for this iPad next summer because it totally was worth it. And I would love an iPad Pro, but I don't have the money for that right now. My friend Danielle just passed her mock. Yay, Evelyn! So happy for her. She's going to love this job. She's my referral. Awesome. Okay, very good. I don't always use those things and I get rebooked. Yeah. So I love the AR stickers. I'm not going to say I don't like them. And I really would love to be a digital queen, but I just can't figure it all out. And I feel like it's the teaching that I really love. I love talking to the students. And Heather, if you want to send it up to me, I'll have it fixed for you for half the price. So it's up to you. You could send it to me. I could take it to the mall and send it back to you. And it might cost a few dollars for shipping, but you know, if 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 it would be worth it to you, that would be something I could help you with. Oh, hello, Micah. Hello. It's good to see you. and I'm glad that you are here because I am going to talk about the health and wellness group. And I do want to tell you I have a surprise for you, and it's related to what's behind me. Hello, Cindy. I like to use them while they are waiting for class. I click start class a few minutes before and turn off my camera. Then I put pandas on the student. Oh, that's cute, Danny. I've never done that before. That would be awesome. Okay, so yeah, so I can send you my address. Oh, you probably have my address already. So, well, I got an amazing Christmas gift from Vipkid Health, and it's related to what's behind me on this wall. And so I'm going to talk about this at the end of this live. But for right now, I wanted to talk about my goals for 2020. I mentioned that I'm in a step bet challenge, which is going to start. So I need to get busy because it's been cold. Life is crazy. And I am so glad for the motivation that we have in the weight loss group. And I don't know if some of you may be in that weight loss group. Um, and I just wanted to share with you that we do have a weight loss group, and there are people that are going to be in a challenge, and um, they want to lose weight, and so they're going to like join the challenge and try to be the winner of the group. And but also the group is great for motivation. People share recipes, just general everyday motivation. You can get a partner, so you could get someone that is at your level of abilities and your maybe the same goals that you have, kind of thing. And you don't have to necessarily join the weight loss contest. Hello, Janie. Hello, Holly. You don't have to join the contest per se. You could just be in the group to get motivation, ideas, and stuff like that. If you're not like a, you know, weightlifter, or, you're not in that level of going to the gym every day kind of thing, there is a place for you. And so I just wanted to throw that out there. It's just to keep health conscious. It's about you making your goals and you keeping your goals. But the truth is, if we don't do anything, we aren't going to change. So in order to change, we have to make changes, right? So this is a great place to start. Now, I had mentioned on my to a couple people, I don't know. But I got myself a book. I know Evelyn got herself a book, and I just saw this book on the Minimal Mom um, YouTube, and she is a great inspiration for a lot of things. She has a lot of the same goals that I have. So she's great to watch. She's on YouTube, and this is a book that she had recommended, and I am going to try it. We have not done it yet, Heather. We will be live on Monday. Yeah, we were going to go after the live today for Casey's live, but we changed it to Monday. So what means teacher candy? I am teacher Cindy. Teacher Cindy, and we work for VIP Kid. This is a group of VIP Kid teachers, and we talk about all things VIP Kid. And right now I'm talking about health related for the new year. So in this book, it's really awesome. Evelyn, I thought of you because this is so easy. Like the Trim Healthy Mama is great, but it can be a little overwhelming. There is a group on Facebook for that. And when I got this book, I didn't realize that it was gluten-free and, healthy meals. It's not just throw meals together. These are healthy meals. And I love the way she has in the book a whole section. What you do is you choose what you want to eat, which week plan you want, and then you cook for 1 week with those items. And this is a really, really cool page. with pictures. So you can choose the week. Like for week 1, she's going to use shredded chicken, broccoli, and rice. And all of the recipes are going to include those 3 ingredients. And you're going to make 3 completely different meals with just those 3 ingredients. And she does this for 26 weeks. She also has a blog and everything to go with it. And yeah, and that's the thing. For me, I am so busy that we just kind of throw things together. We grab pizza, and no problem, Foxy Rain. um, we're on YouTube, like we are in public, so anybody can surf in, so no problem. So so the live Zoom excuse me. The live Zoom meeting is for it's for our group of YouTubers that want to talk, and then it is going to be live on YouTube as we're talking. So it's not really open to everyone to talk, like people can't just surf in. It's a collaboration group, and we'll be together on Zoom, but it will be streamed live on YouTube. So kind of like what we're doing now, but other people can't come in and talk with us. So Kelly is the 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard on Monday. And what will happen is Casey has to send a link to different people, and whoever she invites to the Zoom can come into the Zoom. So that's up to Casey. So you kind of have to private message Casey in order to get the link. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I wanted Casey to mention, was that it is live, but it's not like everybody can jump into it. It's only people who have the link. It's kind of like what we're doing right now, only it's only the people that have the link, and it will be on YouTube. So it's kind of a live collaboration. And so maybe you'll have to go live, Casey, and explain it at some point. So I just wanted to go back to the health issue topic, that if you're interested in the weight loss group, let me know. If you're interested in the book, yeah, you can watch it later too, right? It'll be like on YouTube, and it will stay there, so people can go back and watch it later as well. Okay. And so if you're interested in this book, this is 26 weeks of gluten-free affordable meal prep. And I'm hoping to, like, my goals are to make food for my family that's good and healthy, that I come home, I know what we're going to eat, I'm prepared for the week. We're not running to the store trying to get this and that. And we save money, we eat well, we're prepared, we don't have to do, scramble who wants what. Because when I get home, I'm tired. So I want to, it will take a little bit of planning, but then for the week, we're going to be okay. And my family is very busy, and right now we have sports. So it just gets really difficult to plan meals and to plan healthy meals. And so I like that she is also has a blog and kind of share recipes that way. And, you know, we all need to eat healthy. Oh, good job, Heather. Yeah, I am not a good meal planner. I have gone through spurts. When my kids were younger and we had a house full of people and we had a really tight budget, I would shop for the week. But at that time, I homeschooled. So I could go out one day, do the shopping, plan the meals, and I homeschooled. So I was home and it was a lot easier to do things. Now I'm more in and out, in and out, in and out. So, no substitutes unless you are going to make it yourself. Yeah. That's good. And, my husband wants to eat better, and I want to make some better goals for us. So that's part of my changes for 2020. Another one of my goals is to communicate more with my friends, either by writing letters and just keeping in touch. And I also have decluttering goals for 2020. I wanted to share with you guys. This is kind of random. I'm kind of going all over the place. But one of the things I wanted to share was Evelyn had sent me this awesome reward, and she mentioned that she had made it and she didn't really use it much. And I have never used Monkey Feeds the Banana. And I have been using this, and actually the kids have loved it, Evelyn. They have loved it. So I use this for today. I had one student who had the lesson about feeding the animals growing up from babies to adults, and we had to feed the animals. So we fed the monkey. I also use this for a leveled reading. I don't know how many of you have done the lesson where um, what is missing, and there was a missing hat, a missing scarf, and missing boots. So I actually drew boots on the monkey, and a missing jacket. I didn't really write the jacket, but then I wrote hat. I had a lot of extra time left over with this kid. Scarf, and I wrote boots, and he needed coat is what it was. He needed a lot of practice on these words for pronunciation. So I used the monkey for that. I fed the monkey during the class. I put the things on the monkey, drew around the monkey. So, yeah, so it worked really well. So thank you, Evelyn. And it looks really good on the back of this, like right there. So it worked out really well in my classroom. So, yeah, no more 3 meals for one family of 4. Eat it or be hungry. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I do. So last night we actually had fish, like fish sandwich with, kind of like fish sticks, but you put it in a sandwich. And one of my kids didn't want fish. So I said, well, if we have a couple chicken nuggets, you can throw those on there. And we happened to have a few. And so that was okay. But I don't usually do special orders. They eat what we have. And that's just the way it is. And so I really enjoyed that reward, Evelyn. So thank you so much. Another reward that is really cool is have a box handy, because there are a lot of lessons about boxes. And I have some erasers in my box. So I think I got these at Target. I have ice cream, I have bananas, and I have hamburgers. All the kids love hamburgers. And this is a cool box, in the box, around the box, on top of the box. So that's also good to have a box handy for those lessons. And so that's that. So I also wanted to mention within this video, what I think I saw somebody at the beginning of this live that said Teacher Tim put out a video about his trip to Hong Kong. Oh my goodness. If you have not watched this video, it is awesome. Like, I watched it in between my classes, and I'm going to give a shout out to Teacher Tim because he did an awesome job. I love the music. He talked a little bit about Hong Kong. He did some talking around Hong Kong, some scenery, some food, and I love what he said. I can't watch it. Oh no. He talked about he likes to go around and find things for free, and he doesn't want to spend a lot of money on things. And I think that's a really awesome thing. He said it's very expensive to live in Hong Kong. So if you haven't watched his video, watch it. Go to Best Buy. go to Best Buy and watch it on one of their TVs or something. Find a way. It was really good. So that was great. So I wanted to give him a shout out. I just saw that this morning while I was in between classes. Um, I wanted to talk about why am I doing this YouTube thing? Hello, Morgan. Maybe you guys could type in the chat box. Why are you doing this YouTube thing? I don't know. I mean, I think some of us maybe we put it on there. Let me see. I'm gonna guess. Danny, why do you do YouTube? I think I've seen in Danny's videos that she likes to. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. Okay, so Evelyn says she does it for fun. Awesome. And she does a great job. Like, she gives us fun. Like, I can remember, Evelyn, one of the first when I first found your channel, and you did one on makeup, putting makeup on. You did a few funny ones, and I remember watching those, like, at random times just for the fun of it. It was just really fun. So don't stop doing those fun ones. And Heather likes to connect with other colleagues, and so making connections. And Morgan wants to do it for, like, sharing instruction. Awesome. And Danny, I made a teaching only channel because I wanted to post a lot about teaching and be with my friends and make new friends. And I love your gardening as well. I do watch those. Those are so calming and so awesome. And you've inspired me. I'm planning on doing something with a garden. If I just grow lettuce, and I love the cardboard idea thing. And Kelly, I've always loved on camera work and even wanted to be an anchor or reporter. You are awesome. You look like an anchor reporter. You look like you know what you're doing. So Heather says to gain pertinent information regarding what is happening. True, company wide. Good. After starting, I love that I met so many people and made connections. Some teachers may have information before the rest of us. True. That's why, I want to come on too, is to share information and to keep everybody updated. Some teachers may, at first, it was just to get out there and relate with others. Casey, I am trying to get over my fear of being in front of everyone. A way to grow. Good, good. And Micah, start with your why. Danny. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Danny. Micah, hey, from Morgan. All right. You guys are awesome. And I am just wondering, why did I start doing this? I think I just saw the videos and I thought, maybe I have something to share. Maybe I have something to offer. Um, and I just, maybe if she can do it, I can do it. I don't really know. I think it's just wanting to be there and share. I love all of your YouTube Vipkid friends. Yes, yes. And that's the thing. When you start, um, when you start with a why, like, I don't know. I think I watched, when I first went to VIP Kid, I watched, like, Nancy Taylor and Jennifer and, some of those, and they made it look like I'm doing it and you can do it too. And they just seem like regular people. And I thought, really? Regular people? And I'm a regular person too. But we're all different. Like, we're all so different. And Micah, I want to be the next Nancy Taylor. Really? Be careful of that, Micah. I think you need to be a good Micah. Oh, that's so funny. Uh, let's see, Kelly, you can be the first male Nancy Taylor. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah, and I am totally in support of Micah because, um, I don't know, I think was I your first major fan, Micah? Oh, that's so funny. Well, Micah started his weight loss group, and I just really believed in what he was saying. Okay. I like Mike then. Yeah. The other guys do a great job. And Tim, the online teacher dude, does a good job too. And I think that all the personalities are just so awesome. And that's the thing. Like, I started this as just something fun. And I'm not sure if I'll ever be an on air person. Okay. YouTuber, but I will subscribe to all your channels. Awesome. And that's the thing. Like, we can't do this without people who want to watch. So, I guess I got into it because I saw Evelyn and Danny, and I was talking to them regularly, and Micah. And then I thought, I guess I did a live to start with. And I guess for me, this is what it comes down for to me is it's just something new to learn, to grow as a person, just learning something new, doing something new, really coming out of my comfort zone. I don't really, I guess when I first started VIP Kid, I felt like a lot of the people making the videos were very, movie star-ish. And I wanted to say, hey, just regular everyday people can do it too. And so I just think it's great. This group that we have is great. And it was very unexpected. Like, sometimes when you start something and you think that you're going to do something and you have a plan for yourself, something grows out of it that is unexpected. And having the friends that I have now and the support, like, I can come on here and I have 13 people watching from all over the country. I got this new camera, and it's amazing how it actually improves your confidence and makes it much easier to edit. I wasn't expecting that, but it does. Awesome. Hello, Candy. Yeah, share what camera it is. Your new camera is great. Awesome. I got the Canon M50. Okay, so we're going to have to look into that. Hello, Candy. It's good to see you. So I just wanted to share with you, this is us, right? This could be the beginning of something much greater. Like, right now I have 13. It would be really cool to get a whole bunch more people into the group. But on the other hand, it's nice to have an intimate group where we know each other well. We look forward to seeing each other and we support each other. And same at Teacher Danny. I think those types are just in it for the referrals. Yeah. And I think many of us, like, if we're honest, we want someone to, surf through the internet, look for our video and say, "Hey, yeah, I want you to help me with VIP Kid." But the problem is when people type in VIP Kid, they're going to come up with one of the more famous people because they are the ones on the top of the list. So I don't know where it's going to go, what's going to happen, but I'm thankful for you guys, and I'm thankful for the ability to do this job. And, you don't know. You don't know what YouTube's going to do. And people who started out by making videos, they may not have expected it to take off like it did. And we don't know how it's going to keep going or not. So we just do what works in our, and then if it goes somewhere, it does. If it doesn't, we've still learned something new. But I love Jennifer and the brand ambassadors. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by NT. But I love NT, Jennifer, and Teacher Tina is my favorite. Oh, yes, I love Teacher Tina too. Teacher Tina she helped me to start she invited a bunch of people, everybody who wanted to do a devotion on the phone, which I had never done before. So you go to this Bible app and you press on it. Well, you have to download the U Bible. And I read the King James version of the Bible. So you can type in the version that you want. And then you can choose a devotion for a period of time. Like right now, I'm doing a heal devotion. And it has like a read a passage and then it has a little talk about it. And then you can even discuss it with whoever's in your group. So I am in a group with her right now. And sometimes it's really awesome. And she is a very good inspiration. She is an amazing person. I don't know if any of you know her testimony as far as her why, because I had watched a lot of her videos and then she was gone for a while. And then she came out with another video and it was all about her why. And it was very, very touching where she had gotten into VIP Kid as a job that she could work with her family, but then the Lord did not give her children. So she was, kind of thrown off by that because everybody thinks that you're going to grow up, have kids, and it just didn't work out. So she had to reevaluate. And yeah, so you can go on YouTube and you can find her testimony and everything, which makes it, in my situation, I'm like the complete opposite where, I have 13 kids. So yeah, Christina Garcia. Yeah. And so, but I like to pray for people that want children and that I have a testimony about that. But I was in a group with church ladies, and every year they had pray for the children. And this was a very large group of women. And every year, this pastor's wife, it turned out that she never had any of her own children, but she adopted 8 kids of her own. So every year she would ask in the audience for women to raise their hand if they are praying that the Lord would give them a child. Of course, being married and just haven't been able to get pregnant and everything. And so these women would raise their hand, they would stand up, and we would pray for them. And every year she would ask, who did we pray for last year and who did God bless? And that was pretty amazing. So that was way back when I first was married. I don't even think I had any kids at the time. And I wasn't really praying for any at the time. I was just like, just got married, just starting out. And so I was really touched by that. So that stayed with me the rest of my life. The Lord blessed me with a lot of children. And listen to this story. Um, my oldest daughter was getting married. We went in to get our nails done at the nail salon in my town. And the woman doing the nails, she was, I don't really know, like maybe, I don't want to offend anyone, but she was Asian. And so she didn't speak real good English. She's really good at doing nails. And she was 9 months pregnant, her and her worker in there. They were going to have a baby in like 2 weeks. And so when you get your nails done, you have to go back in and get your nails like refilled and all that stuff, which I didn't. I didn't get the fake nails, but my daughters did. And my daughters went in 2 weeks later and they're like, you will never believe this, but um, the other girl had her baby, but the lady, the tech that we love, she had her baby, but it was stillborn. So it was a really sad story. And so, I mean, we cried about it. And so we would go in there regularly and get the nails done. And a few months later, um, we went back in and she was able to talk about it. And I pulled out a picture of my family and I told her that we will be praying for her, because she wanted to have another child, and she wasn't able to have another child, and she didn't know what was going to happen if she'd ever. This was her first and only. So my heart just went out to her, and I prayed for her, and I told her, I have a big family. God has blessed me, and I like to pray for people who want to have children. And so, like, within 2 weeks, one of my kids went back, and this was over a period of time. I don't really know the exact times. I didn't write it down. But anyway, she contributed that prayer to her being able to conceive and have a boy, and the baby was born like on Christmas or something, and they named him Noel. And so it was pretty awesome. She gave me a free pedicure for praying for her. And so this was so amazing. This story, my daughter was married, let's see, I think it was 9 years ago now. And so all of my daughters knew that this had happened. And my oldest daughter has 3 kids, but my third daughter, she was not able to have kids, and she had tried everything. She'd been married a period of time. She'd been to the doctor. The doctors told her, it's not going to happen for you and everything. And seriously, the doctor said, it's impossible. And so then they're thinking of, what are the other things we can do this day and age? There's a lot of technology that we can get into, but we're not rich and stuff. And we don't work somewhere where it's going to pay for it. So one day she came over and she talked to my husband, and she was just in tears crying that she didn't think she was ever going to have children. And I happened to walk in the door, and we prayed, and she has her child. It was only a few months. It was like a month or two later that she found out she was pregnant. So it was definitely answer to the prayer. So it doesn't happen every time, but I did send Christina a note, and I said, I will be praying for you. I'm praying for, Candy, that wants to find someone and have a family, and other people. And if I hear of people that do need prayer, I want to pray for them, because it does work. God does answer those prayers in his time. And there are other things that God can do as well. Sometimes God opens the door for adoption, for ministry. And yeah, so there are ways that God can answer the prayer in even bigger ways than what we think. And so it's pretty special. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah. So, that's me. I don't go around telling everybody they should be just like me. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different perspective, things they're going through. I never ask people, how many are you going to have more? Why don't you have more? One isn't enough. Go for, I don't say those things. I don't talk about, to me, that's a personal decision between you and your spouse, and it's not supposed to be public information. These are, either you've made a decision in your life of how you want your family to be the way you believe it should be, or you have a physical limitation of some sort that I'm not going to talk about. But if people want to share, obviously I'm going to listen, but I don't ask those prying questions, and they have been asked of me from time to time, but at this point in my life, since I'm older, people don't really say much like they did when I was younger. But my husband was saying just last night at his work, he works at a company, he delivers oil, and he worked at one company, it got bought out. Now he's working for another company. And so a lot of the people are new to him, and they were talking about kids, and they said, how many boys do you have? And he said, well, I have 6 boys. And so they're like, "What? You have 6 boys? No way. How in the world could you have 6 boys?" And they went on and on and on, and they're like, "Wait, you said you had daughters. You have daughters too?" And he's like, "No, actually we have 7 boys." Sorry about that. So he's like, "How many daughters do you have?" And he's like, "I have 6 daughters. We have 6 daughters, 7 boys." And they were just like dying. Like, they're like, "How in the world could that be?" So he got a big kick out of that. Yeah. And of course, with guys, I mean, he's always alone. He doesn't have the boys with him. For me, I'm always at the school. But right now, I only have 4 kids at the school. So people think I'm a normal person. And they find out I have 13. They're like, "What?" Yeah. I'm not sure why people I know. I think I know why people think it's their business because, all of the health education in our schools is so public. We make it a public discussion, and really it's not a public discussion. It is a private discussion between you and your spouse. And every child is special. Like, okay, I have 13 kids, but each one is personal. Like, what are you going to say to, the 13th? Like, he should, he is special. Like, how many people are the 13th kid of a family of 13? Oh, that's awesome, Danny. Yeah. 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 I can't imagine what it would be like to be an only child, but in my family, we had 3 kids, but we were 3 years apart, and my mother sort of treated us like we were each only children. So I kind of feel like I was brought up as an only child because she was so like we were enough years apart. We didn't really have the same interests. And so I don't know. My doctor thought I have a lot of kids, and I said, "My friend Cindy has 13," and my doctor freaked out. Yeah, I ended up going to I had a lot of doctors who different well, I could write a book, but one doctor I went into, I wanted to do a family doctor that he would deliver the kids and he would see all of us, he would get to know all of us, and he kind of insulted me with a really a flippant attitude about the kids. So I never went back to him. But my last doctor that delivered the last few kids, I actually had 2 doctors that were in the same practice, and one of them, he was Catholic, and he had delivered, babies from other women with large families. So he was awesome. Yeah. Oh, heavens, Kelly, you would not believe the personal questions that people ask. It's really crazy, and, it's just I probably should have kept a journal, but it's kind of not something that when you get comments given to you at times, you're just, like, so thrown off, like, you just can't even believe what people would say. Um, One time, I hope this doesn't offend anyone, but, I had a woman that she had dark skin. I don't really say it's black because to me it's brown skin, but, Giselle noticed. Yeah, and so I know that sometimes people with dark skin feel like people treat them badly, but I told this woman, I said, "I've experienced prejudice, maybe not the same exact way, but prejudice in the sense that people people say comments, like, people say comments to people with big families that are rude, hateful, just really sad, and it should be, I'm the kind of person, I'm just quiet, and I just walk away or shake my head, but I feel like I kinda know what that's like, when people have a judgment of you, and they have no idea who you are, you know? Oh, okay, Danny. Good. Yeah, I am looking forward to that video. So, Heather, of course, there would be people that say that about birth control because small family birth control and eugenics have been normalized. Yeah. So, and my first my first child was born after we were married for 3 years. So, I wasn't 5 when I first had my first child. I actually went to high school, a really good high school, Christian high school. I went to college, 4 years of college, finished math education major. We got married while we were in college, so I had 1 year left. My husband had 2 years left, and we were Christians. We went to church, and I had gone to this woman's group, and the pastor's wife, as I said, she could not have her own children. She ended up adopting eight children into her home. And she just talked a little bit about how God intended for families to have children. It's God's plan. And so I told my husband, I was like, we need to pray about this, um, because our goals were we were going to get married, but we were going to go to college. We were going to finish college, and we hadn't really made a plan for what are we doing after that. And I just said, I think we need to pray about what God would have us to do in this area. And the Lord gave us our child. And it was, and then when she was born, she was so wild and crazy that I said, if I had a second one right away, it'd probably be better because she needed a playmate. I didn't want to deal with this kid by myself. And it worked out great. And just along the way, it wasn't about setting out to have 13 kids. That wasn't my life. My life was about just taking it one day at a time and doing today what is for today and doing what God would have me today, and then every day a new day. And every child was a surprise. And, there were times that we were like, what are we going to do now? We have another child on the way, but God always provided. And I do have a lot of stories about miracles because we lived on a budget, not because we're stupid, but we just made plans. People say, um, things about choosing your life. So we chose ministry life, and we made choices that weren't, lucrative. So we did live on a budget, but we also saw God provide in some miraculous ways. Yeah. So it's just crazy. I have lived for about 25 years, I feel like, in a little bit of a bubble. Not completely, but in my own little world. But we also took the kids out. We ministered, we went to nursing homes, we have lots of friends all over. And we went on trips and we did things, but everything was on a budget. Everything was, you know, low budget. So, yeah. So probably better to foster. Financially, adoption is so expensive. Yeah, and it's kind of cool right now because with the school that I work at, um, it's a very small Christian school. We only have, I think, 90 students, and we go all the way from like K3 all the way up to 12th grade. And we've had a lot of foreign exchange students. So on my bio for VIP Kid, I said I've taught kids from Spain, Korea, Japan, Brazil, um, where else? Those are my ones that I can think of right off. Vietnam. And so, and it's a small school, China. But I also, this year, we have a family that has all adopted children. So that's pretty cool. And all of those kids are from China, um, Ethiopia, Ukraine. So even though they're not my adopted children, I am helping someone else's adopted children. Because I don't feel called right now to bring more kids into my home, but I do have a heart to minister to others. So it's a really great way that God has worked it all out for me personally. And hopefully I can be a blessing to them. So that's my story. So now I would like to talk about, well, it's 55 minutes. I had one other topic. I might save that for the next time. But I'm going to talk about my giveaway. Are you guys anxious to find out? My surprise is right here. This is, what is it? This is Nancy Taylor's map. Wow! This is Nancy Taylor's map, and I have someone to thank for it, and I am going to thank Micah right now for giving me this awesome map, and it is straight from Nancy Taylor. I mean, I was so excited. Um, Actually, Micah told me to look for something in the mail. I had no idea what it was going to be, and I opened it up, and I just was like, "Yeah! I'm so excited!" Okay, so now you see. So it was so exciting. I'm like, I can't even believe it. It's Nancy Taylor's map. I'm so excited. Do any of you guys have one of Nancy Taylor's maps? Nancy Taylor has a website out. Have you guys seen it? I'm pretty sure Danny has. I know she's, yeah, yeah. And so she has a new website. It's called heynancytaylor.com. And she has a few things for sale. And one of the things is the map. And this map here is mine to give away. I am actually going to be giving away this map, guys. So this one is mine to give away. And her website is great. She has a lot of good information. She wants to help people who want to refer others. And she also wants to give teachers resources. She also says on the website it's for ESL, so it could be applied to other companies. And so if you're interested, you could go check it out. She does sell the map, and she has a couple different styles. There's another, like more of a pastelish one, and I love it. I love this one that has the Maine lobster up here. We do love lobster, and there is no seafood like in New England. If you've had seafood anywhere else, you've never had the best seafood. So I love this, and I love the moose up here because this is up by Vermont, but down here where I live in southern New Hampshire, we also have moose. And then Boston is right here. This is not pictured on here, but I do have a student that said that they have been to Boston, and I found out last week that his mother is a dentist. So maybe she came over here to study dentistry. So what we're going to do for this giveaway is in 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks, whoever comes to my live will participate in a game, okay? And that day, like I'm not gonna do, you have to click here, click there, do this, do that. It's just gonna be whoever comes to my live that day. So it's gonna be in 2 weeks. So what is the date? Whoever comes to the live. So you can invite your friends. I'm gonna put it out on my iPad group for anyone to come. Where is my calendar? Okay. So 2 weeks. So that will be January 18th. So January 18th, we're going to play a game that day. So if you come, to my live. Okay, so the game, the live is at 8:15. So I'll say the game starts at 8:30. Is that going to be good for everyone? 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So you'll have to make a plan to be here because it will be for everybody who comes. We're going to play a game during the live, and the winner will get the map sent. Okay, I have a box. This is the box it came in, and it is going. It is going. So I am so excited to be able to do this, and I can't wait to find out who gets to. Now I'm gonna have it up in my classroom until, I hope you guys don't mind. So I'm gonna have it up in my classroom until I am going to give it away. So I'm so excited. This will be at 8:30. Okay, so it'll be my live is usually starts at 8:15, but I'll start the game at 8:30 so that gives people a little bit of time to come. So you can, share the news with your friends, see what happens. If it's only just 12 people, then that's fine. I just figured I wanted to give everybody a chance to come and then make a plan that it's going to happen in 2 weeks. Most of my swamp stereotypes. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So 2 weeks. I hope you guys can come. And it's going to be during the live. I just figured sometimes it gets confusing if you give a lot of, extra things to do. And I wanted to give everybody a chance to plan on it instead of just springing it on everybody to just do it like today. And I just thought I'd try something different. So in 2 weeks, you guys can come and we'll see what happens. I hope it's fun, and I hope you guys are excited about it. Hello, Marianne. I'm doing a game in 2 weeks where I'm going to be giving away this map. Do you recognize this map, Marianne? Okay, Kelly, I'll repeat it. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be giving away this map during my live. So whoever comes to the live, we're going to play a game during the live, and whoever wins the game will get the map sent to you. This is my map, and it was given to me, and I'm going to be giving it away. So I'm really excited. Yeah. So yeah, so this map was from Micah. He gave it to me for Christmas, and it's kind of a long story, but this one is mine to give away. And I also have another one that I'm going to put up in my classroom. So I am like really excited about this. So anybody who comes to the live can come in 2 weeks, and we are going to play the game, and then you will be able to see someone win the map. I don't know. I might have to come up with some consolation prizes too, because I don't want you guys to cry. I always hate it that there's one winner, but hopefully everybody will enjoy having fun. And we're all such good friends. We will. Yeah, thumbs up for the live, guys. Hopefully we're such good friends that we're going to be happy for whoever walks home, or whoever wins the game and goes home with the map. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Danny. Well, I have been going for 1 whole hour, and I am really hungry, so I'm going to go get some breakfast. I didn't even share how my classes went. Oh, before I go, you guys are still here. I have to tell you, I put on a video on my YouTube channel, and it is about a kid who this kid had the scooter song in his lesson. This kid, I'm going to do a birthday party. I taught 10 last week. Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. And keep in touch with Casey for the Zoom on Monday at 3 p.m. So you'll need to send her an email. So this is the video that I made, and in this video I share about this kid who his mother, at the end of the video, she showed me his scooter. Oh, this isn't it. His mom was showing me the scooter. You can go watch it on my on my YouTube channel. So anyway, this was the kid, and he's a really quiet kid. I have taught him last year during Chinese New Year. I taught him on a train, and he actually did pretty good. I was surprised at how well he stayed, in with attention and everything. But I just wanted to share that his mom sent me my 5 apple feedback, and I just wanted to read what she wrote. Let's see. So she wrote me a feedback, and she said, "Thank you for your happy lesson. It was Henry's father's birthday yesterday. My family ate in the restaurant, so I'm sorry there was a little noise around. It's just that Henry came here on a scooter. You can show it." She probably meant you can see it. So it was so awesome because I never expected her to pull out a scooter. I was like, "Where's my scooter? Where's my scooter?" I have never done that before when I did the scooter song. Like, I've never, it was just like, I guess I'm loosening up a little bit and I'm improvising a little bit, and I'm able to do things that are, more impromptu. And I was just like, "Where's my scooter? You're my," and I was looking around, and she pulled up his scooter. And I was just so shocked. It was so funny. And I was actually dreading that class because I could hear the sounds of the restaurant. And a lot of times that is annoying. You can barely hear the student. You hear all these clanging and people talking, and it's not really the most fun time to teach a lesson. But the kid did pay attention pretty well. And at the end, we had the scooter thing. And then she also turned the camera so that I could see the people. Yeah, you make me happy every day. Yeah. And so you can see the people eating at the restaurant, and I was able to say hello and all that stuff. Which brings me to one last thing about the iPad. I probably need to make a smaller video for the iPad users about this, but keep in mind when you turn on your camera, you're going to go into the class. And when you go into the class and you see the portal and you see the student's camera, you see your camera, you see the slides on the side, the student can see you. So you do need to cover that camera. I have looked at, like, this particular video, I turned the camera off and they were showing the camera around, and then I turned the camera back on so I could say hello and goodbye. And when I went and watched the playback, I could see myself, but I was grayed out when the camera was clicked off. So just keep that in mind, that even though you think it's blank, on their end, they can see you. So always cover the camera. So I'll take something. I have my iPad is on my computer actually, and I just put something in front of the camera, anything. It doesn't have to be fancy, a sticky note or something, just because you don't really want them to see you until you're ready. So make sure you cover that camera, and put a sticky note, piece of tape, anything over it, put something in front of it, because they can see you. I've seen other people say that they can, but I could tell by that video, I'm like, wow, they can see us. And it has been different times, and they make changes with the app, and yeah, just with the iPad. I don't know about the computer, I'm pretty sure the computer that they can't see you, but I know with the iPad they can. So I will point out things in the picture. There's one part where okay. So that I don't know what you're talking about there. Good to know. I got an iPad for Christmas. Awesome, Marianne. So make sure you load the HD app. That is a different app than the regular orange one. And if you want to join my iPad group, I have some videos on there. Or I also have videos on YouTube. I have a playlist just for iPad users. And this is the regular app like you would for your phone. And the HD app is for iPads. And that will bring you to the home page. And then this is the teaching one. 1, 2, 3. The third little icon in the bottom there. So my next class is in 11 hours. This is my enter classroom. You cannot enter the classroom until 30 minutes before class. And the camera won't open for 10 minutes until 10 minutes before class. That's kind of new. It used to open at 30 minutes and you could kind of check your background and stuff like that, but it will only open now 10 minutes before class, and it will turn off 10 minutes at 40 minutes, full 40 minutes. So you can't just teach as long as you want. So those are some things. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me, ask me. I'm, willing to share. Now, I just want to tell you that I did get AirPods and I love them. They work great, better than anything else that I've ever used for earphones, headset, whatever. I guess the only thing might be like, say you're exercising or something or running around too much, they could fall out of your ears. But I love the sound on them. They sound really good in my ears. They're very natural sounding. The mic works really well with them as well. Same, Heather. From working in TV video, I learned to always assume people can see and or hear around cameras and microphones. Big Brother can hear and see all. Well, they do have a social credit system, yeah. So be good, yeah. Yeah, I'm always good, but, if you're doing your hair or you're doing your makeup or something, you don't really want, or you're, shoving something in your mouth. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's so good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. And I am going to go and get something to eat. And I will see you next time. Thank you for all your videos. And thank you for all of the content that you guys have. And I watch everything. I am like I am watching. Well, this past week my students were sick, so I did not have class for some of my days. So I had some extra free time. So I have a lot. I am so like busy. I have never been bored a day or a moment in my life. Thank you so much, Micah. I love you all. I'll see you around. Goodbye.